song I sing. I rejoice my pain and they doing the same. And them haters gonna hate, but I'm doing my thing. Got my bad bitch with me and she so dangy. She says she love ASAP cause we so tangy. And I'm living life fast so I feel like kids. And I'm blowing up quick so I feel like big. With the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Show me how you get Story time on the time I had to go pick up my sister who went to Manhattan an hour away and didn't tell my parents. So basically, my sister asked my parents if she could go to her friend's house, which was 5 minutes away. So they came and they picked her up and took her to their house. Fast forward 2 hours later, my parents tell me to pick her up and bring her back home. So I text her and I'm like, where are you at? I'm going to come pick you up in 5 minutes. This girl texts me and is like, Mash, I'm not there. I'm in the city. I'm an hour away. Oh my God. And I'm like, you stupid bitch. So I had to drive to the city, which was an hour away, and I had to drive back. And my parents told me to also get my Starbucks drink, so I had to go there on top of that. So we were freaking out in the car because my mom has a tracker on her phone and she turned it off and she called my brother, so we thought she knew. But then when we got home, she didn't know.
The thing I learned is when cops show up to a party, do not hesitate to run. There was a group of kids that stayed hiding in the basement. They hid in a closet, they hid in just like under the couch and rooms and shit. And then there was another group of kids who ran out the back door. Me and my buddy were a part of that group. So we're all running like a free-for-all, and this kid's backyard is just straight wilderness. Me and my buddy end up getting separated, and I'm fucked because my phone is dead. We gotta be at least like a quarter mile into the fucking forest by now, so I'm freaking out. I need to find my buddy. We need to meet up and do what his dad told us to do. So I'm standing all alone in the woods, and I just start screaming, Gary! A few seconds goes by. I hear my buddy scream from a distance, Gio! So we keep screaming like that until we eventually find each other. And my buddy was just with two random girls that we like didn't even know. They were staying by him because they were scared and they didn't know where to go. So now it's time to execute the plan his dad told us to do if shit went wrong. My buddy picks up his phone and calls.
So this is part 2. Okay, so I'm banging on the door and I'm telling him, Dad, open the door. And when the chain's on there, I could see like a little crack through there. So I could still see inside my house a little bit. So I could see past the stairs and I just see him like walk by with like no shirt, kind of fixing his pants. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So he walks up to the door and he tells me, what are you doing here? And I'm like, what do you mean, what am I doing here? It's my house. I'm here. I'm your daughter. And I was just like, what are you doing? I'm like, why is the chain on the door? I'm like, can you open the door? And he's like, no, leave. And I was like, what the So I had my suspicions on what was going on and what was happening, but I didn't. Because my mom has caught him kind of cheating before through messages. So I'm shook and I'm embarrassed because my friend is there. So we walk back to the car and I'm like shaking. Part 3.
hope you guys liked this video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. It does help support us, and let's know what videos you guys want to see.